The most common question that has come up is, have y'all hooked up before? How do you feel about becoming the villain?
Okay, honestly, that has never crossed my mind. In my head, I'm well loved. I never had anyone who hated me.
Should I show you some comments?
Oh my gosh!
Welcome everyone to an outrageous episode of the Unfiltered Gay podcast. As you can see, not only is this the first episode of 2025.
Woo! It's a reunion!
Feliz Navidad.
A reunion. Okay.
And this is also the first episode that we've had all four of us together.
We love that.
It is a sign of how far we've grown
From that warehouse.
From that warehouse where we filmed with mics that were not working.
That were not
Okay,
even
honestly,
connected. Let's be real.
I was just talking to Isaac about those days where we were filming out of the warehouse, and it was really fun because we really shit talked. We had a lot of funny things to say. We were just a bunch of friends showing up. We are friends, by the way, in real life.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
With certain conditions, but friends.
Not benefits.
No, that's you and I.
I think what was really interesting is that, so all three of you are my friends,
Yes.
but y'all didn't know each other.
We didn't.
I knew of Ivan.
I know Isaac.
I knew of Isaac as the slut from Tantric.
Oh, tantric. Oh.
That's how way back we went.
But I think what was really interesting was that even from the very first episode, when all three of you met for the first time, so we didn't do any rehearsal, nothing. They all just came, and then we did like the first episode. I think it was about bottoming or about sides or something, and the chemistry was like immediate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How was it for you actually?
Immediate chemistry.
Yes. Well, for me, it was very different because prior to this, I had a little podcast with a bunch of friends, and I think
For
we
Guats
were
and tea.
for Guats and tea. We're no longer friends now. Anyway, one feedback that we got from that podcast was that we were just yapping and yapping away. There was no point. Like it was just a bunch of friends.
And what has changed for you?
And with this podcast, after the first episode, I just felt like it was gonna be really funny because we had so many hot takes to like give, and yet we also were very respectful about like not just yapping. Well, we also had a very anal madam director.
You had a professional producer who actually works in this industry, so that's why
Yes.
it was
Yes.
done properly this time. lah.
Yes.
Yes. It was Iman.
When the first episode was posted, which was the one about sites, the podcast was pretty much an immediate hit, lah. There was never like any need to kind of like build up an audience or something. The audience was immediately there, and I think people at the start were, I think, a bit more polarized. I felt.
I feel
They feel-
I mean,
Now I feel less
people will
so because
always
they
be
use.
polarized because this podcast is very in your face. It's very loud and brash, and a lot of cuts make it to TikTok and Facebook pages as well. But the great thing about any show is when it's polarizing, because if it's not polarizing, then the show is not doing well. Yeah, and that's something I've noticed when I come across a lot of like shows on YouTube and stuff like that.
No, so I think one of the things is that there are actually a lot of gay podcasts in Asia, but most of them are very safe, yeah. Or they are trying to be very politically correct. So I think that also kind of helps this podcast stand out, because a lot of people can't believe the things that are coming out of our mouths, especially this mouth.
Actually, sometimes I'm surprised by the things that come out of my mouth. I will be like, shit, I just said that. I'm gonna be cancelled.
I'm not surprised. You are the evil one.
Okay, so just for today's context, so even though this episode is coming out in 2025, we are actually filming this episode in the first week of December in 2024.
Christmas
Is that how
not
time
even
works?
here.
Christmas.
So just to give you all a bit of some stats.
Oh.
Oh,
I
are we
love
gonna be
stats.
surprised?
Okay. I love
Who's
stats.
voted number one bottom?
Is there a graph also?
No, I mean, okay. So we are about almost 20 episodes in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. And our podcast has gotten over 500,000 views on YouTube alone.
Oh wow!
Our clips have gotten over 2 million views on Instagram and TikTok.
Wow!
And there's actually one video in particular, one reel, that has gotten 600,000 views
Yes.
on Instagram. It's the
I
one
know
where
this reel.
you're lamenting about the top crisis, that there's no
The
tops
top
left.
crisis in Singapore.
Correct. And I remember what we said. I've scoured through the entire radius of Marsiling. And also living in Marsiling, I've explored the radius within 2 kilometers, most bottoms. I still keep getting comments on that and like notifications for
Every single day, I basically get comments that says, why is this showing up on my feed?
Yeah. Because it started showing out on straight
And
people.
there's so many straight people that are homophobic eh.
We do have a lot of questions that are from viewers. So I'm going to I'm not going to ask questions that are related to me because then
Oh
it's
my
weird.
god.
I'm going to ask questions that are for the three of you.
Can we ask you one question?
Yeah,
and
are
must
you
answer
a
honestly.
bottom?
I was going to say yes, then he has to say it. Like, kanina way.
Okay. So do you know what the most common question that popped up?
I know.
What?
Is Isaac single?
No.
Is Isaac a cheater?
Actually, the most common questions that come up are not people specific.
Oh,
They are generic, to all the podcast hosts.
Tell
Are
us.
these hosts actually gay?
Are they all bottoms?
No. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So the most common question that has come up is, have you all hooked up before?
But I think it's a very common question whenever you see gay groups. Yeah, it's always like, have you hooked up with that person?
I'm just happy I'm included in this equation. Usually they will leave me out.
The question is, Sean, have you hooked up with anyone here before? I'm kidding.
Well, Kira,
I can-
it's time to say
I can confidently say, no, I have not. But I don't know about them.
I can confidently say that I only heard about Isaac's sex stories
Through me?
through other people.
What?
Why? Am I supposed to give a hot
But I
take about
can't
this?
afford that.
Suddenly everyone looking at me. I have not hooked up with any of them.
Okay, next question. Next question. Who do you think? Not I'm asking, but so viewers have also asked, who among the four of you is the horniest?
That is so
So
weird.
obvious.
I think it's definitely
Isaac.
Aiman.
Oh my god.
Every episode, he's calling for men to find him at Marsiling. He is very ready to open his mouth for things to get to be in him.
I would like to
Defend yourself.
I would like to say that loneliness and horniness are two different things. Yeah. So I just want to end the year off with a bang, like literally. But horniest, I think, is Kieran. Have you all heard the amount of sex stories that he shared?
But not now because he's happily attached.
With his boyfriend, all the things he can do every day, every hour. He owns a car fun. Everything is accessible for him.
Yeah. Driving to Tuas is a breeze.
Oh,
my
my gosh. I remember my... Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or maybe
just
it's
about
Sean.
that.
I think it's
No,
Sean.
it's definitely
Sean.
not.
Sean.
I feel it's Isaac.
Yeah, no, actually, I agree. We were at the club one day.
Last week.
Just last week. And there he was, smooching. We love that.
Smooching doesn't mean you're horny.
Then what does it mean?
It means things are happening lah.
I could see some things growing.
Oh, okay.
Is that a gun in your pocket? Or is it just me?
Okay, so next question.
Move on.
How did the four of you meet each other?
On the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
I actually met Isaac at Tantring.
Oh, before that?
Oh no.
Long time ago. So when I found out that he was gonna be on the podcast, I was like, oh my gosh, this is strange. Like, this is the guy that I know as New Road's Ho. And Aiman, I found out from one of your films, Home Pa. And I only heard really rambunctious things about him.
Like what?
Like he's crazy, he's loud. So I was actually quite scared about
Oh
meeting you
shit,
for
man. Who's spreading all these rumors about me? I'm very soft and demure. I'm very woman, you see. Women don't shout and are not crazy and rambunctious. I cover my feet.
First of all, women again.
Yeah, so actually there are a lot of people who think that Aiman is transgender.
Yes.
So Aiman, would you like to?
Yeah, would you like to come out now?
I think I am whatever will get me laid. If you want me to be a man, I'm a man, bro. You want me to be a woman? Hi. So I'm like a
Chameleon.
like a chameleon lah. I'm a Play-Doh. You can morph me into any shape you want.
Okay, wait, y'all have to answer first.
I did actually know Ayman from a previous time when we my company engaged. What was the company called?
Opposite Collective.
What?
Oh,
that was
not
the name?
important.
Okay, yeah. We engaged them for some KOL stuff, and then I got in a conversation with Ayman, and he was actually a very responsive person, which I really liked. So I did not meet him personally, but I was like, this guy is responding to my emails so fast, and that's one turn on for me.
Turn on.
Yeah, like you respond to my emails fast, and then that's how I met. Later I met you in real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
At Tantric also actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately did not meet Kieran prior to that.
Also, I don't remember meeting him at Tantric.
Apparently I don't. And I'm gonna admit that.
That's
I
why you
don't.
see whole of New Road.
I don't. And then I
Maybe
know
he looks like every other Chinese gay, you know, so you couldn't recognize him.
I know Sean, a common friend, because you came to my office.
So actually, me and Isaac and me and Kieran go way back.
Yes.
Kieran, I met like almost 10 years ago.
God,
Old.
that is crazy.
It was really
But that is true though.
It is. And then Isaac also I met almost 10 years ago.
When I was like 4 years old.
Another popular question that we've been getting is, will you guys be doing a Spotify podcast?
That depends on you.
Yes, and my answer now is never say never, but I currently have no plans to do a Spotify podcast because I just feel like we are not suited for a Spotify podcast,
I agree.
right?
Yeah.
And also, I just feel like a YouTube podcast will just have more impact.
I think we're also very visual people. Like we make a lot of facial expressions. Kieran does a lot of laughter out of nowhere. And if you're not watching, you won't get the joke. Yeah. Isaac flashes his body all the time.
I do not. I've never. Literally.
Someone also asked, do straight people actually consume your content?
Have.
A lot of straight people watch this podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm meeting one of them, Julie. She's coming in April. And she asked me to show her.
By
Yeah.
yourself?
One of the American ladies, she's coming. Then she asked me if she can buy me a drink.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I'm bringing. She asked me. And I said, sure, we can go. Probably go to Slippery Slope. Yeah. Because she wants to see. She wants to be seen lah. So I guess. Hi, Julie. When you come to Singapore. Yeah. So and if she's real, I'm
She's
sure
a
the
real
other
person,
ladies
right?
are real as well. Yeah.
Definitely.
I stalk her Instagram. She's real.
Okay.
No, so I think one of the interesting things is that we do have quite a sizable straight audience and sizable lah. And I feel like we're not going to pretend to be noble. We didn't set out to educate or whatever. We actually set out more to just entertain. But then whatever education that happens is very natural, it's very organic, and it's very real lah. And I guess there are a lot of straight people who connect with this. So I think that has probably been one of the most fulfilling parts of being on this podcast. But there has also been some consequences to being on this podcast. Like, how do you feel about becoming the villain?
Okay, honestly, that has never crossed my mind. In my head, I'm well loved. I never had anyone who hated me.
Should I show you some comments?
Oh my gosh! You know what? Y'all. I'm gonna be who I am, girl.
I don't think your comments are that bad, to be honest. And I'm not being biased. I just think that people have generally very strong opinions about things. And so when your opinions don't align to theirs, they get very violent about it.
I feel like it's not like most people. It's just a portion of people who maybe they take words very literally, and then they feel very offended by whatever you say. But I think most people are just like,
This is the part where you like rewind and then you flash back to all the things you said.
Honestly, I want to say, right, I have come to terms with it. I realized that people who were affected by what I said are people who are actually victims of what I called out. If you're toxic, you're gonna be hurt by what I said. If you are boring at hyper, you are gonna be hurt. You're gonna be annoyed. be annoyed.
So, okay, just for full context, when we did the party organizer review episode,
Yes.
I didn't want to start any drama with all the organizers. So I actually did send the episode to the organizers first to kind of look through and see if they're okay with it. And what was really interesting is that all of them said they're fine.
Yes.
But it's the people that go to the parties that get offended on their behalf.
Yes.
But the organizers themselves are fine because most of them feel like it's better to be mentioned than not mentioned at all. Right.
True.
And Hyper actually, even though Kieran called them boring,
And just to clarify, boring was the only negative word that I said. I actually enjoyed the growth of Hyper. I now enjoy Hyper, okay?
Aiman,
Why? Why me? What happened?
do you feel sad that people are now talking to you just for the podcast?
No, I have had a long decorated history being in the media industry. So I'm very used to people matching with me to get to know certainty. Yeah. So then when we started this podcast, a lot of people started messaging me about my blowjob techniques, which some of them has, gone on to receive. And
Oh, so you've hooked up with viewers.
You hooked up with, with your fans?
I wouldn't say they are fans, I would say they are people who respond.
Julie, you better watch out.
But I have people telling me that no, they matched me because of the podcast. I have that. And then just last week, I had someone Instagram DM me telling me to pass a message to Aiden saying that he thinks Aiden is cute. And I say, why the fuck can't you do that yourself?
You're angry because he didn't say you're cute, right? You're angry because he didn't say you're cute.
No, I'm angry thinking that, wow, a cute guy wants to message me and then he finds out that he just wants to message me because he wants to message someone else.
Yeah, what can he just do himself?
Exactly lah. All these gay people and cannot make up their mind and all that. But I mean, it's nice. I met a few cuties who are avid viewers of this podcast, and every week they'll message me. And when I'm not on the episode, they'll say, Aiman, why are you not here?
So you flirt with them lah. There was this one really, really hot guy who messaged me on Instagram. He said he watches every episode. And I was so tempted to flirt with him, but I felt like it was inappropriate.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Right?
if he's of age, it's fine. If he's of
Oh,
age.
he's definitely of age. Okay, next question. This is for Kieran.
Ah!
Kieran got the most questions actually.
Ah!
Popular.
Okay. Is Kieran going to be less boring now that he has friends to go hyper with?
Okay, can I just say that when I stepped foot into Hyper for the first time when we were there, I did feel very out of place. I felt like a fish out of the water, and I felt like I did not belong there. Everyone was not naked, everyone was topless. Everyone. And it was just very, very strange. But I'm very glad to have friends like Sean, Isaac, and Aiman was supposed to be there, but he was not.
He was having diarrhea.
Yeah, he didn't want to shit the pool.
That is really my concern. That's legit my concern.
That's a legit
Yes. So you know what? To answer that question, yes, I am not boring now because I have friends to go to Hyper with me.
And we'll do it only once.
Oh, someone also asked, do you all hang out outside of the strip pool?
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this.
We
Yeah.
were talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to.
Why are you looking at me like I'm not allowing it?
I feel like in every group, right, there has to be like so-called the leader lah. I feel like the leader must make everyone come out, then we can come out.
Yes, yes.
And the
yes,
leader
yes,
is
yes.
definitely Sean lah.
There was only one time that we hung out casually, which was after the photo shoot.
No, I feel like every
lunch.
time we've hung out so far is always semi-work related.
Yeah.
So for
No,
example, like-
but you guys went to Rabbit's Hole for my birthday.
Yes!
It's not a work.
No,
No,
that
but you
was
weren't
fun, but
really
you-
there. You were entertaining guests, and then Kieran left early, and then Sean got drunk, and then he
Meet up
went off by
someone.
his someone.
Yeah.
Then I'm in the corner watching you kiss her.
You literally were.
Okay, next question. I want to know each of your MBTI.
Oh.
Okay, I'll start
nice.
first. Mine was, when I took it like almost 10 years ago, it's ENTJ.
Oh, it's not Gemini all this.
No.
That's your horoscope.
Lord. Oh my god.
So, okay, mine was ENTJ back then, but I think now it's becoming INTJ.
So you're now an introvert?
I think so. As in becoming more lah.
I see. Well, I'm an ENFJA, I think. Yeah.
I got so many.
What do you have?
No, like there is ENFJ something P or A, right?
Oh, yeah,
And I don't know. I forgot what A stands for, but I'm ENFJ.
I think mine was ENF. Okay, what's the P stand for? And what's the opposite?
Perceiving.
Yeah, it was ENFP. Yeah.
I'm also ENFP.
Oh, we're all extroverts.
So we're all extroverts, which makes sense.
Except me, like.
We're connecting, I said. We have more in common now.
I'm just Sean and Kieran.
So we have a few questions for Isaac.
Oh shit.
And they're all actually the same kind of questions.
my god. What's this?
I want to.
Isaac, are you ready? Is Isaac still attached?
Yes, I am. It's simple to answer.
Is Isaac the bottom?
In what context though?
In his relationship.
uh,
I love it how like they've literally said that they're verse, but people don't believe you and they just keep asking.
it's okay to not believe. Yeah, but in my existing relationship, yeah, I was the bottom.
Oh.
Okay, so you don't believe? What do you
I
believe?
do not believe you.
Wait, which relationship?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
In your current relationship.
Yeah.
I think that confuses people even more, you know, Kieran. When you all had that exchange.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on relationship to relationship.
So the next question is addressed to all three of you, I guess.
Well, I guess. So strange.
Was there any thought process behind giving hot takes?
I think that's why it's a hot take. We don't think. If we think, it becomes filtered, you see. We are unfiltered, you know. How can we give hot takes and then we think about it? It's not real.
Yeah. All the hot takes really come out in the moment.
Correct.
And I regret
Do you regret any
a
of your
few
hot takes?
seconds. Actually, no, I do not regret anything that I said because it's what I feel.
Yeah.
But
What you feel is real.
yeah, what I feel is
Yeah.
real. Thank you.
And
So you have not been educated after all the backlash.
What do you mean?
but it's just opinions,
It's
right?
opinions.
He's allowed to have his opinion.
I mean, education implies that
What about-
they're wrong.
Like flip fucking is a myth.
Flip fucking is a myth.
No, it's not. As a person who has flip fucked, it's not.
I've tried recently.
And so it's not a myth. That is not a myth.
And it's just so exhausting. Fine.
Exhausting for who?
Me. I am that bitch.
No, you're the villain.
That villain.
Oh, but someone did call you a tomboy auntie though.
I see it. I see the flander. Just facts.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Wait, did you read that comment?
That's so fucking funny.
No, because at first I was trying to guess like, no, someone said like, oh, glad to see Aiman reunited with his tomboy auntie. and then like, I mean, between the two of you, I feel you are more of a tomboy auntie.
I mean,
It
in
might be
some
you
way.
also, I don't know.
In some way.
So can y'all, maybe you can comment below who the tomboy
Can
auntie
you be
is.
more specific?
Yeah, please say the
Yeah.
names, okay?
Because y'all keep saying what gender.
And we are 20 episodes in, like, stop calling the guy in the blue shirt.
Yeah, that's
The guy on the right, the guy on the left.
Oh yeah.
What's the point of us introducing ourselves at the start of the episode?
This is the villain. This is tomboy. No, sorry. This is
Tomboy auntie.
tomboy auntie.
No, you know what? I love my flannel shirts. I've been called lesbian, butchers many times. So you know
And
what?
you
I
own it.
embrace it.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question for Sean.
Yes.
What is next for this podcast?
Wow, what a spoken like a real influencer.
Wow.
So I've actually been creating content for quite a while, and actually before the podcast, I was very, very burnt out. Like when I was creating content for Dear Triple, whatever content I was creating was just kind of going through the motion. Like I wasn't excited by anything. The only thing that I was genuinely excited was filmmaking. But filmmaking is just not sustainable and it's very expensive to do. And then when I started doing this podcast, suddenly I got that passion for content creation back. Yeah. So I feel like there's something special about this podcast. And personally, I feel like when we first started this podcast, it was very polarizing. But I feel like over time, over the past 6 months, people have started to appreciate the value of this podcast. Like, I don't know about you, but people have come up to me in person saying that, hey, we really enjoy a podcast or they find it very entertaining. So I do think that it's definitely something I want to keep continuing to run. and something that I want to keep continue to grow. I mean, we've managed to have, we've also started to have guests on, you know, we have had Alan Wu here, we've had Thomas. We've also started talking about topics that is not just about sex, you know. But yeah, I think the goal is to make this podcast bigger.
We need sponsors.
We need sponsors to maybe get a nicer studio.
Yes. Get us food.
And yeah, for context, like the aircon is not running, so like it is very hot now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that I mean personally as a content creator, I think that the biggest fulfillment you can get is when people tell you that they really enjoy your content. You know. So I think for Dear Stripper for 2025, the resolution is to keep this podcast going for as long as people want to watch us.
Yeah.
Right. And my personal goal is to ensure that at least one video comes out every single week. So actually for next week, we are going to be releasing a short film
Oh.
called Straight Best Friend that is actually directed by Kieran.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I just want to say this, okay? People think that I'm a bitch, I'm a villain. I have talent.
Okay.
No, but yes, I used to make films, and last year or in 2023, Sean was very nice and sweet to ask me to direct Dear Straight People, Dear Straight People, to direct Straight Best Friend, and it was honestly a very fun project for me because I was also meeting like my partner at the same time, and it was kind of a love letter to him. And now that it's gonna be out as a full film on Dear Straight People platform, I can't wait for y'all to watch it.
Yeah, and personally, I mean, I've been on a few films, and I feel like that was the most relaxing film I've ever been on. Like, the process was enjoyable. It was not stressful at all. Everyone was having fun.
Yes.
So I think, and I think it does show in the product. So I'm very excited for all of you to finally watch that. So obviously, over this coming year, it's not going to be just a podcast, you know, because not everyone is subscribed to this show just for the podcast. So we'll try to have a mix of content. So there'll be short films, there'll be vlogs, and of course, but there will definitely be this podcast for as long as you want to watch us, or until we finally run out of topics.
Yes.
Which is impossible.
We're all yappers.
Yeah.
You're telling us to cut down. We keep going.
Yeah, so please continue to support us. It does cost money to produce episodes of this podcast. So it'll be very helpful if you all can join Dear Stripper's Patreon, because honestly, Patreon money is what's keeping this podcast going right now. But if you can't join Patreon, then you know, a like or share or subscribe will really help, because we do get some money from YouTube, which also helps, you know, keeps this podcast going. Okay, so we're going to pretty much end off this episode with one last question for you.
How much do you have?
What is your goal for 2025?
Shit.
Oh wow.
Do you have a New Year's resolution to be like less of a bitch or something?
Ooh, can I just say that I've known Kieran for a while. And
6 months.
yeah, and he
He
like,
is a bitch.
people say he's foul and he's the villain and he has very poor opinions.
It's all true.
But they're all reflective of society.
Oh no, that's it.
I'm gonna be releasing music in 2025.
Oh, can we review it on this podcast?
Oh yes, you can. You can give me a live watch party and show me your real reaction to my music. It's gonna be very Kim Petras-esque. Just like this podcast is gonna be very sexually charged, very positive. Because I feel that a lot of queer singers, you know, a lot of their stories are sad. I just want to put a little bit of fun in gay music.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna focus on in 2025. Also, if you want to sponsor my music video, please. We're looking for sponsors.
Okay, Isaac.
Oh, I haven't thought about it, to be honest.
Think now.
Okay. I just want to be even happier than I am now. Sorry.
Are you not happy now?
Are you Beyonce?
Are we making you unhappy?
Wow, who's making you unhappy?
Well,
Is it Kieran?
do we have time?
First of all, it's all the comments.
Yeah, people who don't say I'm the visual. No, I mean, it's just Well, yeah, just be happy in what I'm doing and be more successful in the many things I'm doing.
Very that.
Yes,
Hallelujah.
to the point that I can retire next year.
Love that.
Yeah.
We support you.
In Singapore?
I didn't say it in Singapore. you know.
In JB.
Some say Batam.
Okay. Tomboy auntie.
So I think that I really want to become a better person.
I'm not a bad person.
You are a
No,
great
okay.
version of what you are.
Okay, so I think that I'm at an intersection of like living my best life. So 2025 is a year where I'm gonna live my best life.
Hallelujah.
Are you not living your best life?
No, I feel like I'm at an intersection. Like I'm like blooming. I'm like
That's what I mean by my thing also. It's just to be more successful.
Be more
Yeah.
successful, be more present, be more me.
Yeah.
So like more of
The villainy.
People say life begins at 30.
Yeah.
And I'm not even halfway there yet, but I'm. But
If
you
you
are
have
different.
a podcast that needs a hot take, call me. What about you, Sean?
So I'll be doing another short film.
Yes, we love that.
It's called, for now the working name is called Connection. So basically this short film is sponsored by White Party Bangkok. And so for those of you who watch Getaway, you will see the return of Snooker
Sorry, Tap. My name is Top.
Yes.
as one of the leads. And he will be playing a go-go boy.
He's playing himself.
No, but I would just like to say basically it's the world of BL meets circuit.
Okay, love that.
So it'll be very interesting, very sweet. I mean, I'm super excited about it. I think Snooker is also super excited about it.
Circuit, is it going to be boring?
Are they all naked? The music got melody, got lyrics. I wish I was there.
Well, we can't wait.
Adrian, I'm
We
so
can't
sorry.
wait.
I had the shit of my life. I was scared I poo in the toilet, and then they call me that gay guy that shits in the toilet in the swimming pool.
We can't wait to watch.
Yeah, so Connection is one of the most exciting projects that I've worked on. I'm very excited. I've got a very good team behind it as well. So you'll be seeing it either end of Jan or in February 2025, so quite soon. And it's a very, very... I mean, we haven't started filming yet, but I think it's a very cute story. Okay,
I want Snooker to bill it on me.
maybe if Snooker is ever in Singapore, we'll definitely have him on this podcast.
Can I meet him in a private room first?
Is this not private?
Is he top?
You can ask him during the podcast.
I guess not.
Okay, so thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Unfiltered Gay podcast. I hope that you'll continue to support us throughout this year. We hope to bring you more exciting episodes, more exciting guests, and obviously more interesting topics. Obviously, if you have any suggestions on what you want us to cover, please leave a comment below. And if you want to help us keep this podcast going, please join the Triple on Patreon. And that's where you'll see the super unfiltered cut of all episodes. And not only that, you will also see Patreon exclusive episode, which is namely just one episode that YouTube took down for some reason. It is when we feature a pure top. So even though we've had so many episodes about bottoming, YouTube is fine with that, but I guess they're just prejudiced against tops. So if you want to watch that episode is exclusively available only on Patreon. But if not, please remember to
Like.
Share.
Subscribe.
and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.